And we are back. We're back. Unbreakable. How you doing today? How you feeling today?
I am feeling amazing. I'm going to give you a warning.
Oh, okay. What's
Texas
that?
is under Texas right now is under torrential downpour.
Okay.
So if I lose connection piece,
Okay.
I'll message you all the saved messages that we've got everywhere because we have so many questions that are coming in like
Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
fair warning, y'all.
Okay. Okay. Make sure we have our regulars here. Wish so free.
Absolutely.
Page. Who else? There's a bunch of regulars. People usually
Oh
on
yeah.
our for y'all, and you already know we're gonna do our best to answer all the relationship questions, despite the fact that some of our answers could be a little unexpected. But we have to tell you the truth. Shacky's channel's here. How's it going? How's it going?
Let me tell you, I did a live a little bit ago
Uh huh.
and let everyone know, hey, we're getting ready to go. And do we have any more questions? Let's get them together. And I let the followers know that, they need to go check out last night's live that we
Yeah.
did. It's
Yeah.
dropped in the feed. They can go click on it.
Yeah.
But that, yeah, it was intense.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
intense last night. And I
Yeah.
anticipate might be intense tonight too. So we'll see how it
Hey,
goes, right?
let's hope so.
Hope so.
Who else we got in the
Isis.
house? Elena.
Isis is here. Helena's
Nice.
here.
Nice, nice, nice. Welcome aboard, guys. For the questions that you guys want to ask in the comments, feel free to drop it. Our Unbreakable and Uplifting is gonna go through the comments and help you out. You're probably also gonna find some of our friends answering some of the questions within the comments.
Mhm.
Wish So Free, she usually help out as well. I don't know if she's already here. If not, we will get to you despite how crazy it's gonna get here. But we also have a list of questions, people that want to keep it anonymous, that we're also gonna answer as we go. On that note,
Absolutely.
what do you got for me, please?
Wait, I want to give a shout out to one of our favorites, Wish So Free.
Yes, yes. Wish So
Love
Free.
ya.
She's been, yeah,
Love ya.
yeah. All
All
right,
right.
that's it.
Just had
That's
to
it.
shout out to, one of my favorite followers. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
For Peace, Love, Happiness 101. Are
Mhm.
you ready?
Hey, hit me.
This was a question that came through private messages,
Okay.
and I'm going to keep this one anonymous. This particular person did not request to be anonymous, but I'm going to keep it anonymous because we're dealing with children.
Okay.
So, the question was, how do you co-parent with a narcissistic man, and can I protect my child from the abuse as well?
Sometimes when situations like that present itself, if you cannot control it by yourself, you're probably gonna have to put the law in it, because the person sometimes, just because they have kids with you, they think they have that kind of power. And the one thing you don't want to happen is you don't want the child to adopt that kind of behavior,
Mhm.
because that's sometimes those type of parents are the one who are going to be telling the kids things about you, things they weren't supposed to even tell the child, especially at a certain age. So after a while, you really have, if you see that you're losing control, and this person is, because you no longer have a relationship with that person, but due to the fact that you are parents, you know what I mean, you're co-parenting, you have to have some kind of relationship. So from that point, if it's getting out of control, make sure that the law knows about it.
I agree. And to our follower who sent that question, I recommend doing a lot of research on co-parenting with a narcissist. Gray
Yeah.
Rock. Gray Rock is the most effective way when you have no choice but to communicate with them. And I use that technique as well. Strictly facts, no emotion.
That's it.
Hey, child has a doctor's appointment on such and such a day at such and such a time. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
No
That's
back
it.
and forth. They're going to hit you with all kinds of negativity. They're going to try to perpetuate the abuse. Straight facts, no emotion, do not respond on anything else. And yes, I agree with Peace. If there is something in regards to your child being in danger, don't
Yeah.
hesitate.
because narcissists usually keep pushing. When they see they cannot
Mhm,
get their ways, that's when they keep
mhm,
bringing new stuff to the table. So
mhm,
no emotion. Anytime we're talking about narcissists, no emotions. Period. You don't have to entertain anything that the person is saying. Whatever they are doing in their regular lives has absolutely nothing to do with you. But when it comes to the child, that's who's actually in the middle of all this, you have to protect their peace as well. And that's why you need to find the best way to not let anything like that affect the child as you're
mhm.
proceeding with the co-parenting.
Spot on, spot on. So to that follower who sent us that message, I hope you heard that. All right. This is one of our followers, and I'm going to keep this one anonymous because I've done a one-on-one with this one.
Okay.
Um, but they came to me with a question. Oops. They came to me with a question,
Mm-hmm.
and she said, "I'm terrified. I'm still in love with my ex, who is about to be out of prison for strangling me unconscious. I know, crazy. He was never abusive until that act that sent him away. What does she
The
do?"
so the ex is still in prison, and
And
the ex
getting
went to
out in
prison.
October for
Okay.
strangling her unconscious, correct.
Cool. I usually tell folks to put everything in balance. Mentally speaking, something like that definitely is devastating, physically speaking as well, because when you're going to be looking at the bruises and the scars that, this person left on you simply because they lost control. Whenever we talk about physical abuse, this is one thing I always want folks to think about. Anybody who loves you, anybody who say they love you, will never get to the extent of putting hands on you. Physical abuse is not a joke. I don't care if it was lovey dovey. I don't care if it's I don't know your Prince Charming. I don't care what it is. The minute the person convince himself, the minute the person convince herself to put hands on you, it's a done deal.
Mhm.
And if you got to the point where you had to call the police, I'm assuming it has to be really crazy. You know what I mean? So from that point, I would definitely say,
Let me
yeah,
throw only because I've had a one-on-one with this person, and so I
okay,
know a little bit more about this situation.
okay.
Um, she was not the one who called the police. She was unconscious. It was actually him who called the police and said, "I just killed her."
Oh, still, yeah, still, because you've already made, this is the thing. Losing control on somebody that you say you love is, for me, that does not exist. I'm just
Mm,
telling you
mm,
it does just the way it is. Yes, you call
mm.
the police. Yeah, I'm put me to jail, but you've already did what you did. I understand that you realize that maybe you thought that you killed that person. At some point, the person's gonna wake up and realize that you're in jail now. All that good stuff. Yes, I understand all that. Everything that happened after the action is done, I understand all that. But what if it did kill
Yeah,
you? You'll be done by now, right? You
yeah.
would even be texting us, messaging us, asking questions. But
Or
God,
if
I've
their
saved you enough.
child saw it. Or if their child saw it. Would you want your child to see something like that and
No,
knowing that this person has already crossed the line once? Already crossed that line once.
yeah, yeah. There are certain things. I posted something last night that says some of the things that you guys were still going through are the same type of stuff that you should have talked about from the very first time they happened. You dealt with it, you accept it, so the person's gonna keep doing it. So if you go back to that guy and something happens, something worse
Mhm,
happened, that's definitely gonna be on you because you already know that the person attacked you.
mhm.
Basically, you even thought that he killed you. That's even scary. So
Yeah,
yeah, change that path. Yes, I understand what you did for me. You call the cops, or you thought that something happened. You did what you had to do, but when it comes to us going back together, this is not going to happen because we don't want to give that to next time.
thank you, peace. All right, this one came through a private message as well. This
Okay.
one is going to remain anonymous as well by request.
Okay.
So I'm hoping this particular person is on. My husband and I have been on bad terms for the last for the past 4 years, I found out he was sleeping with somebody at his job. We agreed to take a break and see how things go. During our separation, I met a man who I'm starting to like. He treats me like the queen he says I am. My ex-husband decides he wants to get back with me once I told him I am seeing someone. Part of me wants to make it work for the kids, but deep down, I know the cheating and the insecurities won't stop. But I'm growing to love the new man. The only thing is he is 10 years older.
Okay, let's move the age out of it because if
Yeah,
you're
that's what
already
I
feeling the way
agree.
you do,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
If you're already feeling the way you're feeling for the person, age is not really gonna matter. What you're
Mhm.
gonna need to do, young lady, is to think about what you really want. This is your decision to make. Are you gonna go back to the same person who's been taking advantage of you? Are you gonna go back to the same person who's been lying to you? Are you gonna go back to the same person who's been cheating on you? Just because you're gonna say because of the kids? Because after the kids are gone to college, you're still gonna be miserable. This is up to you. And I understand where a lot of people are gonna come when it comes to being around the house because that image they have in their head, societal norms, a family of two, a child that we have to raise, I have to be there. But are you gonna be miserable to the point where everything's gonna go completely left? You've met somebody, you realize that you're actually falling for that person, and that person is showing you another way of love. Is this person worth it? From that point, she's gonna have to have a sit down with herself. What do you want?
Mhm, mhm.
Me, the best way would be, hey, we've already been separated. You have a pattern. I don't think you're gonna change it. At this point, I think I'm gonna go the other way. Let's go ahead and finish up, get the divorce ready, join custody, all that good stuff. We're in the if they are here in the United States, it's much better in the United States. Probably in other countries, probably gonna be more difficult. But in the states, they have access where legal access is gonna help you between two parents, gonna give you the full access as far as you enjoying your child one way and the person's gonna enjoy the child the other way, all that good stuff. We don't even need to go through details. The one thing is for you to make up your mind. Do you want to go back to your ex-husband? Do you want to stay with the guy? Do you want to go through the divorce or whatever it is?
I think to add on to that question piece, I think we need to address staying in a relationship, a toxic relationship, just for the kids.
Yeah, and that's what I said. A lot of folks, I've met a few people who've mentioned that, yeah, the relationship is no longer there, but since we have kids together, but this is the thing though, you could still have your child. I understand that it won't be the same thing. As a matter of fact, it hasn't been the same thing for a while. The relationship is toxic. How long are you going to be able to fake that in front of your kids? There are
You
people
can't.
that are, like there are people that are already living in separate house while they're still under the same roof. I want you to understand it. My mind is like when you really think about folks that have like what no interest in what goes on inside of the house. They just get in the house. So right now, your child watching that is gonna probably give them more damage. I've never seen you kiss my mom on the forehead. I've never seen you hold her hands. I've never seen you done anything special for my mother.
Mm,
The reason
mm,
why nothing like that was done is because the relationship was already done 17 years ago. From
mm.
that point, this kid is already lacking the actual romantic process when it comes to relationship. And that's why a lot of folks don't understand. Yes, I want to keep the picture beautiful. I want to make everybody think that we are the best family ever. But what's being done to the child mentally is devastating.
Mhm.
Let's talk about that. You've
Oh,
already fallen in love with somebody else. If this person is going to be safe for you and your child, do what you got to do instead of going back, getting cheated on, getting STDs, getting all that crazy stuff in it just to say that I did it for the kids. No.
peace. That was heavy. Y'all, that was heavy. Think about it. I've never even thought about it from that aspect piece that if you're just essentially existing, coexisting in a household
Yeah.
platonically, what do like that's the whole other end of the spectrum. Okay, maybe they're not seeing, abuse and yelling and screaming, but they're seeing lack of emotion, lack of empathy, lack of compassion. Like we're teaching them to not have any emotions and feelings. Like
If there's
this
one
is
way
the
you're going to
norm.
teach a child, is
Oh,
visually. Like they see
oh,
things. and they automatically adopt it. Anything I do in front of my son, he does it too.
Mm-hmm. That's heavy. Whew, y'all, that is heavy. That's heavy. So to our follower who sent us that message anonymously, I'm hoping you heard that. Oh my goodness. Do we have any questions in the comments?
Not yet.
Hi, Isis, nothing there yet. All right, I'm keeping an eye, y'all. I'm taking turns jumping around from where I've got all these questions saved.
Alexa Murphy just commented.
She did. She said, "Thank you, Unbreakable, for making that anonymous. You're helping me find my voice. My name is Alexa and helping me come out of my shell. Peace. What if I wasn't here to message you? Truly, thank you." You're welcome, Alexa. All right. We had a question from someone who jumped on my live just about 30 minutes ago.
Okay.
And these were on the live, so I'm going to go ahead and address names. Victoria asked, "Is it better to be single?"
I made a video where I explained the 4 reasons why you should stay single until you find someone who's worth being with. Yes, stay single as much as you need to. If you have to be in a relationship where you are constantly getting disrespected, if you're going to be in a relationship where, emotionally speaking, you are all over the place, if the person is bringing more baggage to your life than helping you grow, there's no need for you to be in a relationship. And that also falls back to what the expectancies are when it comes to relationship. People want you to, always have that picture. Oh yeah, I'm 30 now, the age problem. I'm getting older. I already have a college degree. I'm making my own money. I don't have any kids yet. I don't have anybody to have to build a family with. Let me tell you something. The worst thing is to say that you're in a relationship that's automatically bringing you into deep misery. Like, you don't want that. You don't want anything like that. Until you could find somebody who could measure up to everything that you are willing to offer in a relationship, stay single. And by single, I mean, and a lot of people think single automatically means being alone or being lonely. Single mean you have the chance to keep building yourself up. That's what single means to me. If I'm single, that's when I'm gonna be. I'm mentally speaking. That's when I'm gonna be in the best shape ever. That's what it is. You know what I mean? And from that point, I keep checking certain things, and it's not about standard or being too high up in my head. It's just about, this is what I'm expecting. So yeah, stay single.
Okay, Victoria, there you go. We had a question from Sandra. She says the guy that she likes says that she is too old for him. He is 62 and she's 69. What are your thoughts on that?
He doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be with you. What's her name? Victoria?
This one is Sandra.
Sandra, he doesn't want to be with you. That's a lame excuse, especially in today's reality. That's one lame excuse. Come on. If you do not want to be with her, just tell her that. It's like, hey, I'm seeing somebody else. Bye. Just say that. Something like that. But don't. Come on. Don't use the word old. There's no such thing, especially in today's reality. We were just talking about that yesterday. 29 or 20-year-old dating 40. We're just talking about that. So yeah, age is not a. Yeah. Shaggy says he's lying.
Yeah. Thank you. 100%. All right. Barbara had a question. What do you do when a person tells you to leave them alone?
You leave them alone. But I always look at things from different angles. Sometimes there's always a reason why people could actually ask you to give them some space or leave them alone. Most of the time could come from different reasons. If the person is just being rude to you, leave them alone. If they're being rude to you, leave them alone. Just leave them alone. You know what I mean? But if there are other reasons why the person felt the need to leave, because sometimes you could be dating somebody and they feel like they are not ready for a relationship. That's the type of leave them alone. You know what I mean? Um,
Mhm.
if they ever have that conversation, why do you want me to leave you alone? Just let me know. You don't want me, or what is it? But most likely, I always tell people that if somebody think leaving them alone is what's good for them, your job is to leave them alone.
Agreed. I'm not disagreeing with anything thus far.
Yeah.
All right. The next one we have is from Peggy. I am 60. Any advice on how to try and date?
The first question is, how long have you been on a date? How long ago?
How long since she's been?
Yeah,
True.
that's a
Peggy, if you're on, give us a little more info here so Peace can answer appropriately.
yeah. Because if you haven't dated anybody for the past 20 years, a lot have changed since then.
Hmm.
Because there's a bunch of tools that you're gonna need. Right now is a fast pace. Most people are playing games despite their age. You're gonna think that, oh yeah, I'm 60, I should find somebody easy. Nope. Especially, I'm telling
Thanks,
you.
Peace. 51. Thanks, Peace.
Because
Peace is picking on me, y'all. Come on now.
I'm not. I'm
It's
not.
not
I'm
about
being
me.
honest.
It's
I'm
about y'all.
being honest.
All right. Peggy, like I said, if you're here, darling, give us a little bit more information so Peace can give you a little more insight on that question, okay? This one comes to us from Momo. Momo, I hope you're here. Is it best for a woman to chase her man or the man to chase his woman?
Chase,
I'm ready for this one. I'm ready for this one. Go ahead.
chase. Depend of. I don't really see a gender with that. If you really see a man with a lot of potential, the same way a guy could chase you is the same way a woman could chase you. The same way a guy
Mhm,
could see the potentials in you that, oh, she's wife material, she's friendship
mhm,
material, she's
mhm,
spending the rest of my life with material. The guy could see that. You say, okay. In most cases, that's what it usually be because men are more visual than women. Um, but as a woman, it's totally okay. It's totally okay to chase the woman. But there's always a but. If you chasing the guy and he's acting up, let it go. Yeah. And what I'm saying let it go is like depending of the volume, the amount of effort that you are making. If the person is not responding properly, you don't want to
mhm,
be the chaser going after nothing. Because the whole
mhm,
idea, I'm a chaser. I'm a balanced chaser. I'll chase you and show you my full devotion. Like, yo, I'm you. I'm for you. All right? I want you. Because before I usually get in a relationship, even before I got married, I know what I wanted. I just needed the actual person to make that happen. So by the time I start chasing you, I'm gonna chase you. I'm not gonna be all over your place, but you're gonna know that I want you. If you're not responding, that's gonna fall off. I'm not gonna
mhm,
sit there wasting my time chasing you for no reason. But yeah, there's no gender to that. Anybody can
mhm,
chase anybody.
mhm. Let's take that from a different angle too.
Mm-hmm.
Momo, hopefully you're on and you're watching this. If y'all have watched Peace long enough, you know Peace likes keywords. And the keyword that's standing out to me here is chase.
Chase.
If you're having to chase someone or you're waiting for someone to chase you, what does Peace always say? You got to have the conversation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
wrong? Did I
Yeah.
do
You.
good,
You're right.
Peace?
Yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. And that's why I said sometimes, especially if the person is not used to that kind of love, because that happens.
Mhm.
I posted something where I explained something that says somebody who've never been loved the way that you're trying to love them is more difficult for you to show them how you're trying to love them. Something
Mhm.
like that.
Mhm.
And chasing somebody like that with the amount of I'm from the Caribbean. The way that I chase, I come full power. I could be somebody could actually be hesitant to really get the whole thing, because they might think that I'm just playing Mr. Perfect, but I just come as I am. I was like,
Mhm.
yo, this is me. This is what I got. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And some people could feel like, yo, okay, chill. I heard you. You know what I mean? So that's the positive, because anytime I'm getting questions, I always have to look the positive outcomes.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But when it comes to
Mhm.
chase, like you said, keywords, if you have to chase somebody in a sense where you've been giving that person, yo, I want you, like I'm always on you, but the person is out there playing games. Come on, nobody got time
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah. We've got a question from Shaky's channel to follow up on that. And the question is, but doesn't that emasculate the man for her to be the chaser? Like he will like it in the beginning, but then be turned off because he didn't work to attain her. Like she just gave herself to him easily.
Different culture, different mindset.
Mm,
Some women actually like that. Some men actually love that. There's a lot of things that could actually affect somebody, but on the other hand, work for someone else.
mm.
You know what I mean? That has absolutely nothing with a man's mindset or the volume of love that somebody is willing to invest with someone as far as becoming a couple or turn it into a relationship. It's all
Mhm,
about the person's perspective. What
mhm.
is it? What is it that I'm trying to accomplish, and how you seeing me coming at you for that?
I think Peace knows me, and I think y'all have figured out by now I'm a very strong woman, very confident woman. And somebody who would be intimidated by that or would feel emasculated by that, that one's not for me.
That's
Oh,
it. That's it.
my 2
That's it.
cents. My 2 cents.
Yeah.
All right, Peace. We have a question from Yvonne.
Okay.
Why would a man that I have been with for 12 years decide to break things off on January 8th and bring his ex-wife into the house I shared with him on January 10th and remarry her on February 27th? They had no contact for 13 years.
You thought they didn't have contacts for 13 years. He made you feel that you didn't have a he's a spy. This guy is a spy, also a disrespectful spy. If we're gonna keep it clean and honest, a
Mhm.
disrespectful spy, a guy who didn't really love you spy. Yeah, that's what it is, unfortunately, because there's no way you didn't have any contact with somebody and then boom, bow, it just happened. Come on,
Mhm.
we don't do that. Don't do that. Like, and within the same matching year, like months by months, accomplishments
Days,
being done,
days,
days,
within
they
days
come
of
on,
each
come
of
on.
these.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Yeah,
You've been in love with
yeah.
that. I watched an episode of Catfish the other day, where the
Mm,
guy was still holding on to somebody he talked to, I think 10 years ago. And he already had 3 kids with a woman. He did not want to marry that woman because he wanted to have a last word to see if the feelings he had for that lady were mutual. I'm not gonna sit here giving you 3 kids and I have to be on the pedestal for you to marry me just because of somebody you spoke with. By the time they discovered Catfish, that was an old lady. She was sorry the fact that she
mm.
gave him the wrong idea because she was using somebody else's picture. Can you imagine all that nonsense? No, man. Let me tell you. I think she already know the answer. She already know the reality. He's gone, and she needs to start her healing process. Don't look for closure, because, like I always said, closure for me is a nonsense that a lot of people need to let go. I'm gonna be as harsh as possible. Why? Because
Mhm.
for lots of reasons, people keep letting closure, holding on to them, like, I don't know, something that's impossible to conquer. For me, closure is like, if you're looking for closure from somebody who just walked out of your life after you opened up your entire self to them, this is already disrespectful for you to keep disrespecting yourself by letting closure, holding, you know what I mean, keep hurting you, to expect this person is gonna come and tell you, you know what, I left you because me and this lady who got married, we haven't spoke for 13 years. I just saw her at the airport, and we fell in love again. What? No. Things like that don't happen. Come on, let's keep it honest. Let's
Mm,
keep it honest.
mm, 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 mm. Y'all, I warned you. This is tough. All right. We have one from Helena. Helena came in through my live a little bit ago. And she said, I'm confused. I am chatting to a guy for 5 years now, never met him. I do love and care for him, but at the same time makes me wonder if if I really need to be with him. I just want to meet him, but then still he doesn't. Sounds like an online relationship.
Online relationship. Online relationship is good and bad. Convenient if you have a busy life. Convenient
Mhm.
if you want to look out of the box. Convenient if you still want your space. Convenient if you really want to get to know the person. But we're going to bring a word that's not part of the conversation or the question that you just posed. Efforts. I'm not feeling it. Efforts. Where is it? 5 years.
And haven't met.
That's Atlanta. I'm sorry, boo. Something is wrong. Have you guys? Have they chatted? Have they seen each other's face? Um,
Helena, if you are on here, please let us know if you've actually seen this person face to face, FaceTime, video calls, video chat, something. Can you
because there's
clarify
no
a little
way
bit
that I'm gonna
more?
sit there and build memories with somebody for 5 years for you not to ask the man to not make the effort to get
Mhm.
a plane ticket and to come see me,
Mhm.
or to tell me, hey, why don't we meet halfway? You know what I mean? If you leave in Florida, leave in Georgia, whatever it is, let's meet in Tallahassee, wherever it is that you could meet. But after 5 years, I want to meet you after 3 months. I don't care about that. With everything going on in this world, I'm not gonna wait 5 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
Elena, you have to get your facts straight. Something's missing. It's either this person is already married in a relationship, not interested. That's the first thing. No effort is
Or
being
just
done
like
here.
you said, catfish.
Catfish,
If
yeah,
you haven't talked to this person face to face, even over the phone, you can be fooled.
yeah,
If you have not had a face to face with this person,
yeah.
catfish. Oh my goodness. All right, Mr. Peace. Mr. Peace. Blessing Banda had a question.
Okay.
Is there any hope for a marriage if a partner asks you, have you ever felt that we made a mistake by marrying each other? And your partner says, I feel like it was a mistake, but I will have to live with it. Is there any love? Or is he feeling bad to let me go? After that, he will say, I will always love you. What kind of question is that? I really need to make a decision before I get hurt. I'm 26, he is 32.
Yeah, we're good, man. Undecisive. Um, he's not undecisive. He knows exactly what he's saying. He's playing with the motion.
Mm,
Being passive with it. You know what I mean? If you're gonna tell me, usually, first of all, couples usually ask themselves that question because when you really think about it, a lot of people don't know what marriage is after they get married because this is the person that you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with, sitting in the room, realize this person's gonna be by your side your entire life. That's why I always tell folks make sure that you love each other before you do anything like that. But after you're gonna ask me if you think that we made a mistake to get married, and you're gonna say that you feel like a mistake was made, and then you're gonna tell me that, oh yeah, I love you, I love you. Don't do that. Don't feed me that. Yeah. If you're 26, you still have a lot of life ahead of you.
oh
You know
yeah.
what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
36. If he wants to do something else, tell him to be a man or to be a woman and come clean. Whoever that is,
Mhm. Mhm.
come clean.
Mhm.
If you want
Mhm.
to get out of this marriage, yeah, don't go with the mindset that marriage is for forever. Marriage is forever if we both love each other. Marriage is not going to be forever if you already know this was a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where do,
Yeah.
do they have kids involved? Do they have kids within the mix?
She doesn't clarify.
Okay.
No, she doesn't clarify. So we've got a comment here from in the comments. Helena in the comments said she can't wait for her question too. Thank you. I heard everything. Thank you. Thank you. Helena, were you the one who sent us the message when I went live earlier with regards to the 5-year relationship online? If so, do you want to elaborate on that for us? Let us know if you did actually see this person face to face. I'd love to know. Then again, Peace, can elaborate a little more for you on that. So drop us some more comments in the
Of course.
comment section here, all right? Let's see, where was I? All right, we had someone on my live a little while ago,
Hmm.
Lisa. Lisa said, we worked together and had a great weekend together. Didn't hear from him. Should I text and just say hi?
How long was it? How long ago was that weekend?
She didn't clarify. Lisa, if you're here, could you clarify on how long ago that weekend was so we can get the answer for you from Peace?
But if I had a good weekend with somebody that I'm interested in, you're gonna hear from me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I had a great weekend with you. We had some good fun. I see that we connected in a higher level. Yeah, you're gonna hear from me. That should be a sign. But at the same time, some some people are a little bit, undecisive within that path because they also don't want to be the strong one pushing it. But if we're gonna be completely honest with it, a good weekend is a good weekend. And sometimes if the person is not giving you any response, sometimes let it be a good weekend. Let it be a swing. Flang flang. You had your fun and let it go.
That could be it.
Yeah, because if you work together, at some point you're gonna see each other. So one of those awkward moments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes if it's a weekend, let it be a weekend. Seasonal people, seasonal relationships.
Okay. This question is very short, and I'm hoping Joey is on live with us. Joey, because we're going to need a little more insight on this, I think. But let's at least get Peace started. Joey wants to know, how can I keep her? That's all I got.
Whenever we say how can I keep her, there are two things. It's either she doesn't want to be kept, or you really don't know how to keep a woman. If you don't know how to keep a woman, there are books for that. I have a bunch of videos for that. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I never read a book on how to keep a woman because I made myself available in some ways for the woman that I really wanted. So, do you really want to keep her, or you? I don't really know the mindset behind that. That question is definitely short to answer for. But keeping somebody who does not want to be kept is a no go for me.
Mm, mm. I'm
What do
getting
you have in the comments?
messages. I'm getting messages as we speak.
Okay.
Trying to keep up with these here. Forgive me, Peace.
No problem. No problem.
Let's go back to a question that we had that I think would be beneficial.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep this one anonymous.
Okay.
We received this through Messenger. Um, let's see. I've been dealing with this one beautiful woman. I tolerate her disrespectful ways, name calling, and also entertaining other guys when we're on bad terms. Then, when I try to express myself, it gets looked over. Now, on my behalf, once I saw she wasn't being loyal or never showed me loyalty nor respect me, I started to do my own thing. But I saw potential in her and tried to change her, but it didn't work. It's like her bad energy rubbed off on me. How can I fix this situation, or what should I do?
But what I'm hearing is a house trying to get built on the ocean, no foundation. That's what I'm
Can you
hearing.
say that again? Can you say that
That
again?
a house that's being built on the ocean. There's no foundation on that. The house is not a
Well,
boat. What are you doing? If you
y'all,
already seen multiple signs, multiple red flags, we are done. This is a done deal. Stop trying to make things happen that are not supposed to happen. Let it go. Disrespect each and every time you break up. She's already with somebody else. She's cheating within the relationship. What potential do you see in that woman? Oh, physically speaking, I guess that's a guy going after a woman because she looks good. If it's the case, um, get your sexual saturation completed, man. Don't
get
let
your what? What did I
sexual
miss?
saturation. It needs to be sexually saturated.
Okay.
If you get to jump just because she looks good or just because she's showing you her legs or whatever it is, whatever reason, most likely for men it's mostly physical. It's like, okay, I like the way she moves, I like the way she talks. She drives me crazy because sexually speaking, you're not saturated enough. As a man, you haven't experienced the level of satisfaction sexually that's connected more into the mental than physical, to the point where you're letting somebody guide you physically. So from that point, you need to experience more. Have some more fun. Meet some more women. Go into deep culture. Understand exactly how somebody is going to treat you when they really love you, other than sex. Sex is a bonus. So from that point, if this is the case, let that woman go. You don't need that.
Thank you, Peace. This one comes from Michael.
Okay.
And Michael said every time she gets mad, she says she doesn't give an F.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't give an F, and the relationship is over. How
Childhood,
does he handle that?
childish behavior. Time to have a conversation, not because I really see any hope for it, mostly because the person doesn't really see the need to be in a relationship. If you cannot control your temper, if you don't have that in you, there's no need to be in a relationship with somebody like that. This is the type of thing similar to the one that we just talked about. If every time we get in the middle of an argument, you're ready to leave the relationship, leave.
Hmm.
Leave.
That has a lot to do with self-worth.
Yeah.
Really does. It really does. If you love yourself enough, you'll know what your boundaries are and you
Yeah.
know what you will and will not tolerate. And
Don't get in my life and think it's every time you constantly have an exit point. Like, so yeah,
yeah,
you know what? I don't like this. I just ate this food that you made. I don't like it. I'm done with this relationship. I don't. That's not how it is for me. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna be here, be here. We're gonna argue. We're gonna set up boundaries. We're gonna compromise. But the most important thing is we're gonna love each other. And if you're not capable of doing that, if your temper is not allowing you to do that, well, you don't love me enough.
mhm,
Let it go.
mhm. Does that fall under y'all? Peace did a video not too long ago about situationship, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you do
Yep.
a situationship? Does
Yep.
that kind of fall under something like that?
Situationship. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Y'all need to go check out that video, situationship.
Yep. 4 reasons to say that you're in a situationship.
Hmm. Let's see. This one's a long one. This one came from Jason through our comments.
Okay.
Let's see. Lost 17 years and got left in the apartment we had our first kiss and were intimate in 8 months ago behind not having a job or driver's license despite having money and a car and put out on the street trying to figure out hang a day or two for a few hours weekends and fight all week Thursday, Friday, rinse and repeat. Frustrating as hell, but eventually the point comes when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, sick of listening to your friends BS negative talk about someone you love. Yeah, let's go with that.
17 years they've been together, and the person, what's the person ended up leaving?
Looks like it. Mhm.
It's been,
And
yeah,
then they
the
kinda get back together here and there
on and off.
over and over. Yeah.
Mm. The relationship's not stable. We talked about something yesterday where sometimes the advice that you get from people, first of all, everybody gonna think they could give you advice, but the advice that you get from people sometimes, especially from friends that are really your friends, sometimes they are not just talking you out of things. Sometimes if they see that the thing, most people, what I'm trying to say is most people in most cases, when they are too emotionally attached, they are not able to see the things that other people that are not within the same position they're in could see. It's like I'm blindly guided by the fact that I love a woman. I'm trying to make it work. But your friend, your good friend, your best friend, is not seeing that. He's seeing that a woman is taking advantage of you, and because you love that woman so much, this person is taking advantage of that alone to take advantage of you. So yeah, 17 years on and off. Yeah, sometimes it's time to let go.
I agree. I agree. Cynthia, it looks like Cynthia is asking, can you still love someone after 10 years of not being together?
Yeah, that's possible. But at the same time, there's a good possibility of that. But at the same time, it could also be fantasy because a lot of people would hold on to a love story that never happened or never happened to the fullest. They had
Mhm.
high expectation for that person. The person, they had a good 2 months or they had a good 6 months with the person. Something ended up happening, and they never ended up enjoying the relationship or what they would expect of the relationship, and they keep holding on to that. But the reason why I also tell people to not do that is because when you get back to that person and realize everything that you expected is totally the complete opposite, now you're gonna start hating yourself for putting your life, you know, on hold, trying to see if this relationship could work. So, yeah, it's possible. But if the feelings are not mutual, um, expecting too much could be hurtful.
Mm. Okay. Here's an anonymous question. And we had this post sometime back, and it raised quite a bit of interest.
Okay.
What would you define as cheating?
Um, I posted a video where I talked about some of the most common ways people cheat. First thing first, anything that you have to hide to do when it comes to your relationship with your significant other could be seen as cheating. For example, if you have to hide text messages, cheating. If you have to hide phone calls, cheating. Flirting on a consistent level with somebody that you know you're attracted to, for me, it's cheating. Why? Because you are building a pattern, and that pattern is gonna get you somewhere. Because if I'm at work and I see my coworker every day, and I'm always giving her that, hey, what's going on? This, that. At some point, the person is gonna want to make a move. The person's gonna expect me to make a move. And if that person makes a move, the dots gonna get connected, and that's considered cheating. But a lot of people are gonna tell you, oh, yeah, it's about what I see as cheating. Cheating is cheating. That's all it is. Cheating is cheating. You're talking to the person, you're entertaining the wrong crowd. You know what
I
I mean?
agree. I
And
agree.
the worst of all, the worst of all, the one thing that I feel like a lot of people do not want to hear is when the person that they are with keep opening doors to the possibilities. Because if you keep putting yourself in a position where you know cheating could happen, to say that it wasn't my fault, it came to me, you knew what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
You were grooming
Mm-hmm.
the opportunity to make it happen. So that's
Ooh,
cheating to me.
grooming the opportunity. Ooh, heavy, heavy,
Hmm.
heavy. All right, y'all. Everybody who's here, get those questions in the comments. We
I
have
think
a question
Sabrina,
from Sabrina, but I was
yeah,
just going to say, I think we need a little more insight on that, Sabrina, for Peace to be able to respond. Can you give us a little bit more information on that so he can respond appropriately? And then I'll circle back to you in just a few minutes.
hmm,
Okay. Here's a good one, Peace. You ready?
yeah, right.
Do you think past relationship secrets should always be kept hidden?
Whew. Depend of the secret. If the secrets could affect your new relationship, let
Mhm.
it out in your own way,
Mm.
in your own time. Things that you've done in the bedroom with one of your exes, you don't need to bring that secret to light. That's up to you. That's your stuff. You die with that. You know what I mean? If you had if you had a baby with somebody, but you decided to keep it a secret, and after you done told the person that you don't have any kids, at some point that's gonna bite. That's gonna bite hard. And I've seen it happen. As stupid as this sound, yeah, people think they could hide kids. Yes, yeah,
Seriously?
mm-hmm, yeah.
Wait, they let anybody have kids nowadays, don't they?
Hey,
Wow. Okay. Let me see here. Sabrina, I don't see any comments there. Are you doing a time delay checking us?
yeah. I was just checking my phone, and then the noise came up.
I love it. I love it. All right, I'm getting back to some comments or to questions here. Let's see. I got them all over. That's the problem.
All right.
Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay for your partner to be friends with their ex, with any of their exes?
Friends, it's weird to me. Relationship, yes, because in the case where they are co-parenting, they're still gonna have a relationship. That's
If
needed
there's no
because of the
kids.
child.
If there's no kids.
If there's no kids, I don't really see the reason, unless the person. Okay, anytime there's a bridge of relationship, you still work with the person. The person is your boss. Situations like this, yes, but X for me mean expired. We done. There's a reason why I left you. There's a reason why we're not together. Despite you leaving me, despite me leaving you, whatever it is, we are no longer together. I've moved on for that from that. Now I'm seeing somebody new. There's no need for us to be entertaining each other because it's almost like, and I'm basically I'm putting together a video where I'm gonna talk about how disrespectful it is to still be friends with that one ex that you know you still have feelings with while you're in a brand new relationship. Things like that do not match. So
Ooh.
no, for me it's a no no.
Hmm.
If there's no actual relationship that you need to maintain, we don't need to really be friends.
Okay. Did y'all get that one? I hope so. Okay. A partner who never remembers holidays, a male partner, any partner, doesn't really matter, I guess. A
Hmm.
partner who never remembers holidays, never acknowledges them, and conversations are had that, hey, I'm the partner who you're not recognizing. It hurts my feelings. What do you do?
Okay. First thing first, we have to talk about culture. We have
Hmm.
to talk about the person's making the effort, and we also have to talk about if your partner have already requested it. Sometimes it's not about you; it's about how you want the person to feel. The first one, as far as culture, like culture and religion. I was raised. I'm going to take myself as an example. I was raised in a family filled with 7 Day Adventists. We don't really think about jewelry as something that's important for us.
Hmm.
So most of the people in my family, they don't even wear jewelry. They don't really care about it, and from religion and all that stuff, it's not really important for them. You know what I mean? So I'm just using that as a metaphor. That could have been something like my family never give gifts. You know what I mean? Because for us, it was, if it's a cultural thing, that's how I understand it. Effort wise, if we already talked about that, I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna expect you to do it because we've already talked about it. Why? Because I'm telling you, hey, I'm really big on Christmas. I'm really big on receiving gifts and giving gifts on Christmas. Why? Because this is my favorite holiday.
Mm.
I'm at this point, you telling me that, I'm not gonna do it for me. Man, my girl is crazy over Christmas, man. I'm not gonna get in the house without giving her a gift. We already talked about it. You know what I mean? Is it a big deal? Not really. Could it be the center of a lot of arguments? Yes. Because some people, just like love languages, some people feel appreciated
Hmm.
by receiving gifts. If this
Hmm.
is your person's love language, you not entertaining that type of mindset is gonna make you lose points. Just like a lot of people, they like flowers, like chocolate. Imagine you loving chocolate. Imagine you doing the things that you wanting the things that you want from your husband, from your significant other, and not getting it. At some point, you're gonna make me feel like, okay, maybe I'm not worth it. You never even made the effort of giving it to me. Maybe I'm not worth it. That's what's gonna come up. That's what it
No,
is.
Annie, I hear you. I hear you. Some of these are hard.
Make the
Going
effort,
back
man.
through, right? Going back through one more time here, please. I think I think we may have hit everything that I had saved.
Okay.
I've got one for you. Your partner always makes fun of you in front of people in an attempt to make everybody else laugh. You don't really think much of it to begin with, but it soon becomes a regular occurrence.
Is the person a comic? Is he a joker? Or is he just trying to make you look bad? Have they had a conversation with it about it? Because in situations like,
I would say yes. I would say yes.
okay, you're gonna have to stop. It's embarrassing. Like if you keep doing the same thing after I've done told you to stop doing it, it's basically attacking the level of respect you're supposed to be showing me around my friends. It's not
Mhm.
funny anymore.
Mhm.
What if they would do the same thing to you? Would you feel the same way? You know what I mean? Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the thing, and that's why I always tell folks: when something happened, don't automatically have the conversation within the same hours or within the same day. Let them know, hey, we need to have a talk separately from the time of the event. If this thing happened Saturday night, let it fly. While he's at work, coming Friday afternoon or whatever it is, hey, this is what we have. I need to talk to you about this. At that point, you didn't expect it, but you're gonna have to sit down. This is a real conversation. I do not like the fact that you keep making fun of me in front of your friends after I told you that I don't like it. You need to change that.
Mhm.
And if the person
Mhm.
really care about your feelings like that, they're gonna have to change it.
And you have to watch that too if you're dealing with a narcissist. It's a
Yeah,
whole nother ball game.
yeah, yeah.
All right, Peace. I think we've gotten through all of them,
Okay.
but I'm gonna end this on what I think is kind of a lighter one because trust, I know this one happens. You ready?
Okay.
You and your partner have been watching a Netflix series together. Y'all, we all
Okay.
know this happens, right?
Hmm.
You find out that they watched the season finale without you.
Uh-huh.
What do you do?
For me, it's not. I've done that.
It's important to some people.
Let me
Come
tell
on,
you,
we're gonna end on
if
a
I
lighter note.
know,
You know it's important to some people.
if I know it's that important for you, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I know it's important for you, I'll probably watch it from another.
You know this happens and this creates arguments, right? Feelings get hurt,
I'm not
people get
okay.
upset,
If I
right?
know
Like it really happens.
if I know it's not important to you, I'm just gonna wait.
Mhm.
My wife is like that. There are shows that I know if we've already started watching it, if she's really into it,
Mhm.
she'll want because she likes love language again. She loves quality time. So
Mhm.
sitting somewhere, not doing anything, watching
Mhm.
TV or enjoying nature, anything that you be spending time together, she really loves that.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
at that point, I know it's important to her. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna have to go with it. There are shows as well that we started watching, and I realized that she's not really into it, and I finish it. You know what I mean? But it's all about how much you care about the person's feeling. And this is what I always tell folks: get to know your partner enough to the point where you keep arguments that are not necessary away from the relationship.
Mhm.
That's what it is. That's why a lot of people don't understand about relationship. Just because you can stop something from happening doesn't mean that you have to let it happen. Like like you have the power to not let it happen. Just use that power.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Don't watch the show without them.
So yeah. Have we
Yeah.
heard from Sabrina? No?
No, we don't have any response from Sabrina. Sabrina, please do feel free to drop a little more information in the comments or go back out to the live event that I posted a little while ago. Drop a little more clarification there. Then we can get Peace to respond to you on that one. That all being said, we need to do one on love languages.
Yes, we do. We need to do one on love languages because for some reason a lot of people do not know
Mm-mm.
the love languages. They for I don't
No. Yeah, we gotta address that one piece. Y'all,
yeah,
you need to watch for that one because that is
yeah,
so important, understanding those different love languages. You want a
yeah,
successful relationship, take
yeah,
care of yourself first. Secondly, understand your love language.
yeah.
So,
Because if you're doing the complete opposite of what's really expected from your partner, they're not gonna see it as all the efforts that you're making. They're not gonna see it as that.
right,
Because some
right.
people are physical touch, some people are word of action, some people are like gifts, some people, you know what I mean. There are so many like ways that you could, and that's one of the reasons why even in the bedroom, if you're gonna take it there, a lot of people are not satisfied.
Mm,
You don't know your person's
mm,
love language, you don't know how to set up the mood. You keep doing the complete opposite, the person's still gonna be like, okay, I'm still waiting. But when you realize that, it's important to have that kind of conversation. Babe, I know that you've been trying, but for me, it's quality time. You'll get me anywhere if we spend time together because the fume, the spice is gonna start to build up there. I'm gonna get on you, blah 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 blah, and we there.
hmm.
But you have to keep entertaining my love language.
Y'all hear Peace? All right, we need to do love languages and Peace. We have had so much response to your Q&A. We need to get another one scheduled for everybody.
Due to timing and everything, I think we're probably gonna do it bi-weekly. You
Love
know,
it.
by every 2 weeks we drop one. Get as many questions
Mhm.
as basically for today. The reason why we felt the need it was our first time doing it, and we had so many questions. You know what I mean?
So many questions came through.
So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. We're definitely gonna keep that going, even if we do it every 2 weeks. As the numbers keep growing, because right now we close at 3,000 subscribers. By the time we start hitting 2025, we know we're gonna probably have more questions. And with
Mm-hmm.
Unbreakable and Uplifting, with the Piece of Happiness pages, both of Instagram and Facebook, numbers keep coming. Numbers keep coming. We're definitely gonna bring more people to the table. Help help us
Yeah.
give you guys the best answers possible. You know what I mean? But yeah, for now, let's do it a bi-weekly thing. You know what I mean? Keep
Got
the
it.
procedure as far as inviting other people and keep talking about things that are gonna help you with your relationships.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're good.
We're good.
We're good. Y'all, thanks for being here.
um, as a conclusion, like I did last time, I think I think as I mentioned, and you're probably gonna hear me say that a lot. When you realize it's over, just put an end on that. It's not your fault. And sometimes, most times, the person who really love the relationship, or the other person the most, or want the relationship to work, is the one who's probably gonna get hurt the most. That's basically what's expected. But just because you love the person so much, does that mean that you have to stop loving yourself? Because that's what's gonna happen.
Right. Right.
Keep trying to make something work that's not worth your time, your love. Making something work that you already know been gone is definitely going to hurt you more and add up more baggage to what's already there. So
Mhm.
that's definitely my take on that. For those of you that we didn't answer, that didn't finish the questions, we'll definitely catch you in the next 2 weeks. Keep sending those questions. We're gonna keep going live, even if it's not about relationship questions. Keep watching the videos. Most importantly, foundation, you have to go get that from Unbreakable and Uplifting. Guys, go get that from Unbreakable and Uplifting. This is what she does. She's going to give you a platform where you're going to use that one thing that you have not had in a while, a voice. She's going to give you that
Mm-hmm.
voice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Y'all check the events tab. You got to keep an eye on that events tab. It is getting ready to blow up with everything that Unbreakable has and with everything that Peace has. Keep an eye on that. You want to make sure.
Guys, thank
And
you very much.
subscribe,
Really appreciate.
subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
Please subscribe. I'm also thinking, lastly, I was thinking about that earlier. I'll definitely gonna talk to you about it. Thinking about doing a little giveaway, something, minimal.
Me too. We're
Yeah,
so here,
I know,
Peace.
I know.
Like so
Appreciating,
here.
appreciating all the comments, all the supports. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Doing a little giveaway.
yeah.
There's definitely gonna be a small catch. You subscribe. With your subscription, there's a chance for you to get picked up. We're gonna keep it online from the time that the giveaway was announced until the due date. We're gonna select somebody from that path and probably get two winners, something small, but to show appreciation to all the support. You know what I mean? Everybody who've been within the community. Thank you so very much from the get go. For those of you who are new now that are enjoying our new videos and everything, thank you so very much for being here. So we'll definitely keep you updated on that. You know what I mean? And Unbreakable is also thinking about doing a giveaway. So yeah, that's about it.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Thanks, Peace.
Thank you.